Hey you guys, I'm back with another tutorial for this look right here, which I'm creating in real time for you guys. I'm testing a bunch of products that I haven't used before, so it's kind of like a first impressions video, as well as a tutorial for this look, which I just threw together today. I'm keeping all of my products for today's look in my KUSSHI bag. I shared this bag on Instagram stories. You guys, it's amazing. Leather, so exquisitely crafted, lined in this pink lining with additional zippers and spaces to hold things, and you can zip out the lining and wash it, which is genius. You guys are hanging in there right now. I know there is so much strangeness and odd feelings going on in the world. Every day it feels like something new. I know we're in this together, not only in the US, but globally speaking, and I'm just so prayerful about everyone in charge of solving this, just having the wisdom to do this in a way that helps all of us in the best way possible. So let's continue to be positive and hopeful, and I am happy to supply some diversion in the process. Here is what I'm wearing today. I'm finally finding use for these super soft jogging pants from Urban Outfitters. They're amazing. I hope they're still in stock. I want to get them in another color. I also have this bodysuit from Amazon, which I will link to as well. I have this in multiple colors. It's the best bodysuit I've found in a long time. Full disclosure, if you hadn't already ascertained this, Joey is on the loose while I filmed this video. So she's running around. There will be ambient noise. Prepare thyself. But it's real life, and she's living her life while I'm filming this. So yes, there we go. Say hello. Gracious. Let's jump into the tutorial. I have already washed my face, and I went ahead and applied the Cell KFS serum, which I'm on day 4 of testing. I'm giving it a proper test for a week using no other serums in my routine. So that's already on my face, and I am noticing, I mean, I'm completely makeup free here, that my skin is pretty bright and glowy and even. I have some hyperpigmentation in here, but I always do. I feel like it's a little bit lighter. So we'll proceed with this, but I do want to let you know this is already on my face. I spared that step since I'm downstairs. I also have already applied my FILLERINA lips and mouth. I am focusing on using this exclusively for the next week, and I'm a few days into this process. But I'm putting it on morning and night, and then sometime in the middle of the day if I can remember to do so. And I am liking how hydrated and full my lips feel so far. Oh my goodness, it just started really raining outside. It was sunny this morning. I thought I would go outside and shoot some product, but I'm glad I put those plans on hold because it's pouring right now. Check this out. Joey's into it. Joey, what do you think? On to eye cream, I'm going to apply the RETROUVE Revitalizing Eye Concentrate, and I'm going to put my hair in a headband for the rest of my makeup here. This one's from Somewhere Hot online. You can find them on Amazon. I love this shop for really cool accessories that are very affordable at the same time. So somebody just recently asked me how long they would think a little bottle of this would last. And I told them, you know, I haven't gone through my first bottle yet, but I've used it regularly. And it's so concentrated that a little goes a long way. Like this actually might be too much. So I just lightly tap it into my orbital region, and you can see it imparts this really like dewy finish that feels incredibly moisturizing. As I've mentioned in other videos, it's really from a textural and even visual standpoint unlike any other eye cream or eye serum that I have tested to date. I think that's what makes it so special and often sold out. So I'll make sure to try to link to it where I can find it in stock. Highly recommended. In terms of primer, I'm going to apply some of the new SURRATT primer. This was actually a lab sample I got months ago. I'm hopeful to try it in the complete updated packaging soon, but I wanted to show you this because I've been testing it for a while and I really like it as a moisturizing formula that really keeps makeup in place. Just distributing it all over my face. And I find that it does a good job of keeping my canvas really balanced so I don't get overly dewy or overly dry, and it keeps makeup from settling into creases or fine lines. It's just a really lightweight formula that I think would be completely suitable for all skin types. For foundation today, I'm working with the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. My shade match currently is ST9 Paloma, and I have not actually put this on my face yet. I only swatched it on my hand to determine my match because they sent me a few shades. So you're going to get first impressions on this formula. I'm not necessarily reviewing it because I'm testing it for the first time, but I'll show you it in action and I'll continue testing it in my routine. So it comes here in this kind of dropper situation. It's very liquidy. I'm gonna apply it right onto my hand and then go from there. This is full of niacinamide, squalene, and hyaluronic acid, and it does have an SPF 40, which is purely physical. Okay, I know this looks a little light at first, but what I noticed when I was swatching on my arm, which is usually where I color match myself, is that it does deepen after it warms up to your skin. I'll go ahead and use my beauty blender, which is already pre-dampened for this purpose, and just blend it in to keep it as even as possible. Hello, Joey. She's down here eating a very fiber and fruit-filled bar. Really quickly, you can see how this was where I initially dispensed the product. It was really light on my hand, and now, just with the remaining product, it's dried down. You can see it has a slightly dewy finish, but there is some coverage. I'm going to deem this coverage light to maybe medium. I'm gonna see if I can get some medium coverage out of it just to test it out. So I'll put a little bit more on my hand, and then I'll distribute in the centers of my face. You see, once again, really light. Then I'll let it kind of soak in. I love the fact that this has already moisturizing properties or hydrating properties, so you could potentially skip skincare. I chose not to, obviously, but you might be able to, especially if you were in a hurry. I'm gonna bring some down my neck here, trusting that it's going to deepen a little bit. So you wanna keep that continuity. Close up for you guys. All right. Interesting. It's got a lot more coverage than I initially expected, even when I first put it on my hand. For concealer, I'm working with a lifetime favorite, the Clé de Peau concealer. This is in the shade Almond, and I just like to apply it right from the bullet here, and I'll go back in with my beauty blender and tap it out. I think this is a shade that plays well with the Ilia foundation. Just because this is like a first impressions situation, I'm giving you guys an extreme close-up of my skin right now. I have a pre-loaded little brush here with some Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. So I will put that on. Yeah, it's an SC3, which is my lifetime match. There we go. For lips, I'm going to kind of prep them right now with lip liner and some balm, because while the FILLERINA is working on a cellular level on plumping, it's not like a glossy feel. It actually kind of dries down into your lips. So I'm going to want something above it before I put on lip color. But I'm gonna start with this KEVYN AUCOIN lip liner. This is the Unforgettable Lip Definer in the shade Undressed, which is a new shade. I have a lot of the new launches in the KEVYN AUCOIN lip color as well, and I'm going to be swatching those for you as soon as it stops raining and we get some sun for an extended period of time, because swatching like 30 lipsticks, I need that light consistent. All right, I'm just lightly lining. This is a great pinky nude. Very close to my natural lip color. There you go. I like it. Some non-sticky hydration. I'm going to apply the gorgeous Jouer Essential Hydrating Lip Oil. This is such a pretty formula. There's no fragrance. It has exemplary ingredients, and guest appearance by Joy's Pigtail. And it's beautiful on its own, but you can also wear it as a nighttime treatment, over lip color, brighten up a matte shade with a little shine. The possibilities are endless. This is a stunning launch. I love this so much. Well done, Christina. Moving on to bronzer, I am applying the Lawless Summer Skin Velvet Matte Bronzer in Golden Hour. Using my SURRATT Artistic Cheek Brush to do that. And I've already gotten a lot of good wear from this bronzer. I like it because it is a matte option in a sea of shimmery bronzers. And it looks really natural on the skin. There's something about the velvety texture that's just really perfecting. Like you get an almost airbrushed finish from it, and your skin still looks multi-dimensional even though there isn't any perceptible shimmer or light reflecting properties. I also find that you can't really like overdo this shade. It does get deeper if you obviously apply more layers and it's not obvious or evident, but it's not one of those like orangey shades that you have to be really light-handed with. So I kind of just apply with some Wild Abandon, and I'm always happy with the result. I think it wears nicely as well. Oh, I like it with this foundation. So for brows, I'm using two products that are always within reach. The first is the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel in Chestnut. I'm happy to say last night when I was organizing some boxes in my house, I happened to find one backup. It was like discovering gold or $100 bill in a pocket. Like, yes. So when this one is finished, which is going to happen, I'll have one more and then have to reassess the situation. All right, so that first coat is finished, and then I'm going to do a little bit more with this incredibly diminutive brush from Charlotte Tilbury. And this is in the shade Supermodel, and I'll just go back through again. I feel like the combination is just stellar. It makes it look like you spent a lot more time on your brows than you actually did. And they'll stay in place all day. I like a full brow, a natural brow, and these two definitely make that a reality. To finish the complexion, I'm going to work with 3 products from Charlotte Tilbury here, 2 of which have had a lot of wear, and one that's a little bit of a newer purchase for me. The Beauty Light Wand Original, I'm going to use that as a highlighter, you'll see in a moment, and then I'm going to work with the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wands in Pinkgasm and Peachgasm. Here is an example of what these shades look like. I know I have them swatched on the blog. But here's the pink, here's the peach. They're both subtle. They're like blushes and highlighters mixed up together. So I like to mix these two for color. And I just kind of apply like that. I'm gonna go in with the peach as well at the same time. Oh, that was not the peach. Oops. Crisis averted. I'm going in with the peach now as well. This might be an extra glowy cheek on the right here. Okay, and then of course there needs to be some ample blending. So, here I go. Just using my beauty blender to blend everything on the apples of my cheeks. Like this. You can see it's like a really lit from within flush / glow. Looks healthy, kind of bouncy, juicy. I like it. I like it a lot, and I like the combination of these shades for a really natural finish. Now we'll use the highlighter. So I just put some on my hand, and then I'll use the beauty blender to apply here. I'm putting it along, of course, the high points of my face, upper cheekbones, forehead, chin, just a touch, a smidge on my nose. And there is that radiant glow to skin effect. For eyes, I'm going to be applying for the very first time in the moment the Viseart Petite Pro in CHOU. Fun name, incredible colors. I quickly swatched these yesterday when the sun came out briefly, and it is insane. Okay, I like these Petite Pro palettes because they are so purse-friendly for a palette, and you get a lot of product. It's lightweight, it's safely housed, you're not going to break them. Look at these shades. If you like pinks and warm tones and then a little pop of silver, got some matte neutrals up here, it's just divine. I'm really, really entranced by this. Let's get it on the eyes. So I think I'm gonna start with this tan tone here. Get it all over my eyes. I'm forcing myself to go into matte territory first. Typically, I always just go crazy with the shimmers, but I'm gonna start with a matte. Conservative about this. Oh, it's so buttery smooth. as one would expect from Viseart, and blends like a dream. And then I will go ahead and put some of this pink shimmery tone right here, center of my eye. Take it up a notch. So good. I love these two shades together. I'm going to take this duochrome, kind of a pinky gold shift shade, and bring it up my brow bone using the same brush. You guys know I'm a brush minimalist. Make one work as long as I can. This is nice. So look at the intensity and the luminosity of these shades. I have no light in front of me outside of what's coming through my sliding doors. Oh, thank you. It's a delicious drink. Will you make me a little bit more? And it's still catching light, which is a testament to the formulation of these shadows. I'll bring a little bit of this luminous kind of bronze peak shade and the tan matte, and I'll just bring it along my lower lash line here. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, hi.
Hello. Hello, my sweet.
Hello.
Hello. You want to say hi real fast? Come here.
Yeah.
Okay. Say hello. Right here.
Hello.
Are you 20 months today? Yes, you are. Eyes are exactly where I want them. I'm tempted to do a little more. Maybe I'll just put a tiny pop of this silver color here in the center. So you can see its intense opacity. Blend it out a little bit. I like it. Yeah. This palette is a beauty must, especially if you like shades like this. I can't wait to play around with it more and try some other shade combinations, of course. By the way, and you guys know I don't speak French, but is it chou-chou, which is my compulsion, or is it chou-chou, which sounds a little softer and maybe a little more French? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I completely recognize French is not my language, so I'm always up for learning. For liner, I'm going to go ahead and apply the Charlotte Tilbury Rocking Cool. It's the liquid eye pencil. I like that name. I think it's really apropos for the formula because it's obviously a pencil, but it glides on like a liquid and it stays in place. This is in Bedroom Black. Right along my waterline. And that's the only liner I'm going to do today. And then I'm going to finish eyes with the By Terry LASH-EXPERT Twist Brush Mascara. It adds volume and length in a single application. I'm starting with the lengthening setting. Now I'll get a little bit more and I'm going to move to the volume setting, twisting the brush down. And then you can see it's gonna get in there and add a lot of thickness. It does not budge, doesn't irritate my really allergy-ridden eyes. I also wear contacts. Who else is a part of the nearsighted club? Let me know. Onward to my final lip step, I'm working with the Dear Dahlia Allure Shine Lustrous Lip Plumper. You can see I've already been using this for a while. It's like in my pocket all the time. Very much into it. This is the shade Attraction, which is kind of a peachy pink, very luminous. The plumping effect is pronounced, but not uncomfortable, and I love the shine that it gives. So I'm just putting it all over my lips very liberally. Look at that. It's so good, you guys. I'm already thinking I need to get a backup of this because I use it that much. It's like the perfect tone and intensity. Shine, plumping. What else do you need? last step is the House of Sillage Whispers of Truth. It takes a lot to have me stray from my Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 540. I'm on bottle number 3, but this is compelling as doing this for me. This is the travel case. I showed you guys it on my Instagram. I'll make sure to link to it. It's so good. It's got the same vibe, but still different notes going on. I tried to describe the notes on Instagram stories yesterday. It's mood lifting, it's warm, it's rich. It's got an earthy base, but some floral and some gourmand. It's everything that I look for in a fragrance. And this is beyond fabulous for one's handbag. Should we ever use handbags again? And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this talk through process. And like I said, I know there's a lot of background noise going on here, but it's life. We're all doing the best we can. And I wanted to make sure you guys were able to see these products in action. So thank you for watching. I would love to know what other kind of content you would like for me to continue creating. I so appreciate your support and your positive feedback all the time. It warms my heart and keeps me going, lets me get inspired to create even more. I was gonna take the hairband out, but I might just leave it in today. It's really one of those headbands that doesn't pinch your head, so that's a good thing. I'll continue to have fresh content on the blog and my YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and in the meanwhile, don't forget to visit me at Beauty Professor, which can be found at beautyprofessor.com. Take care.